don't want to murder the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this guy is still in critical condition.
So what do you think is going to happen legality?
I mean, personally, I hope he goes to jail for
he needs
an extended period of time. Like, I agree with a lot of the MMA fighters of all, they just said he needs to go lay down for a little bit. You know what I mean? And I agree with that.
Fucking hate it because it's like awkward to go for just body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're like, it's right there, like the head's available, and you're just like, I know I could go for that.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You see this scar right here, bro?
Oh, yeah.
This is a brick to the face.
Oh, shit.
From an altercation.
Really?
Like a straight up brick to the face. Yeah.
Damn.
And wait, hold on. You're saying that if she sees a man beat up another man?
No, if she sees someone get beat up.
Okay, so if
she
you have a
sees-
girlfriend and you get beat up, she's gonna look at it and be like, "Oh, this guy's," that kind of thing.
I'm not going to continue to, do this.
Welcome back to Clear Views Podcast, y'all, where culture meets conversation. It's your boy Bishki Baby and the flyest white guy in the business, Mr. Tim Big Daddy Simmons. We're back at it again, talking about a few interesting topics. One that is currently viral, but before we get into that, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment at clearviews_pod for our YT. That is YouTube for all you boomers. And then for our other socials, it's at clearviews_pod as well. It's all pretty much the same thing. There's no underscore for did I say underscore for the YT?
I don't know.
I don't think I did. Anyways, for YT, it's at clearviewspod. For everything else, it's at clearviews_pod. So tune into the end, but like, subscribe, comment while we got you. What's his name? I can't pronounce it right. Rajan?
I think it's Raja.
Raja?
I think so.
Okay. My boy went off on...
Bro.
Yeah. What happened there? By the way, I want...
Did you watch it all?
I seen the ones that I told you about, but that was about it.
Okay.
And this low-key hits home. Interesting fact, y'all. Rampage is actually shot in this studio.
That's
so
what
this hits home for us. This is, you know what I mean? So it's a slippery slope because we're kind of low-key team Rampage, but we're also kind of low-key
super Rampage. Rampage is awesome, dude.
But we're also low-key don't assault people. So
bro, it was just taken completely on it.
Yeah.
And Rampage, I mean, dude, his kid's 25 years old. Like, I would just say
he looks young.
He can't have anything to do with that.
Yeah.
Like, at some point,
and
that bird has flown out of the nest and he's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
And Rampage, yes, it's his daddy, but that doesn't mean he's responsible for a 25-year-old.
No.
His son is old enough to make his own rational decisions as an adult. You're right. Sure. So I don't even know why they're bringing Rampage into this. I think it's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, they have this relationship, all these other things. They said Rampage kind of like would bully him, or I've watched these type of events with him, and I don't find that to be true. You know what I mean? I don't find that to be true.
Bullies him.
That's what they say. Rampage would bully him, or they would say that Rampage would not necessarily bully him, but he would just be hard on him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He'd be hard on his son. And so, but I think that's an unfair argument. Like, if Rampage is just, like, they're playing around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how their relationship is.
Yeah.
They call each other bitches, or, they call each other like, soft or whatever. They go back and forth at each other.
Yeah.
And they're both doing it out of love. It's not like out of like hate for each other.
Yeah.
So it's, yes, they're bullying each other and they're playing around. They're maybe a little bit more rough than the average father-son.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that, that it's malice and they're wanting bad for each other.
And on top of that, bro, if that's his parenting style and he wants to toughen his kid up, I mean,
that's what exactly. That's how I took it.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously the kids, unhinged.
Do you think it's like one of those situations where it's like, okay, maybe because his dad's giving him a hard time or whatever, in addition to maybe him being who he is and having the following that he's having, and people, how it's like the biggest guy in the gym sometimes gets tried or tested just because he's the biggest guy in the gym, just like in the yard, like say in prison, they say, go up to the biggest mom and hit him in the face. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Do you think it's one of those?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
What do you think it is then?
I think we are in an economy of just attention. And I think that he was getting blown up in the chat because he was live streaming at the time. He was live streaming when that Psycho Stu broke the beer can in his head.
Yeah.
you watched that video of that though, bro. Roger barely flinched.
Yeah.
He barely moved from it. You could tell it didn't hurt him whatsoever.
Yeah.
To say that he's retaliating based on that is just nonsense.
Yeah.
It was total. And then right after, Stu goes, "Hey, are you a whatever they call
worker.
it? Worker. Yeah. He's not, and then everyone's like, he's not a worker. He's not a worker.
Yeah.
Immediately apologize. Hey, my bad. Why don't we use this?
Okay.
Why don't we use this in the ring?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Hold on. I want to do something. I think this will be fun because you know how we were talking about perspectives?
Yeah.
And how someone can view something and they're maybe getting one side of it or a certain perspective and
Sure.
they formulate their opinion based on that. If you can, and just to give the audience a little, maybe they haven't seen it yet and they're a little bit more intrigued with it. If you can give a rundown of what you saw, like the story, and then after you give yours, I want to say what I saw. Okay. And then let's compare notes.
Okay. So what I've seen is from the get.
Yes.
Raja shows up to an event, the amateur wrestling event.
Okay.
He shows up. He is live streaming as he walks into this event.
Okay.
I believe the people at the event knew he was coming.
Okay.
Okay. They wanted to capitalize because they're like a kind of a very amateur wrestling place. Mm-hmm. They wanted to capitalize on this somewhat famous guy showing up to their event. Mm-hmm. So maybe Psycho Stu, again, who knows? This is just what I've heard. Okay. Psycho Stu goes up to him and breaks from what everyone says, a fake beer can on the guy's head. Okay. And he kind of does it like he smacks his own hand. So he holds his hand here and then smacks it on Roger's hand. His head barely, not even moves that much. It moves this much. Like if it's a real beer can and full force, bro, he's gonna smooth out the way, and then he's gonna actually
knock him out low key,
and then he's actually gonna like retaliate.
Right.
If you really got hit, and you have that short of a fuse, you're gonna retaliate right then away, by being a blow to the head. Right.
Yeah.
None of that happened. And so Psycho Stu smacks him. Smashes the beer can, and then right after that, they're telling him he's not a worker. He's not a worker, and Stu is like, are you going to sell it? Are you going to sell it? And they're like, no, bro, he's not a worker. He's not a worker. So then Raja takes his bag off and is like, fuck this. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And so that's when Stu's like, no, oh, okay, you're not a worker. My bad. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to. I thought you were. I thought we were going to sell this. I thought this was going to be like an event. I saw all these cameras and I thought this was something that you were coming here to like be a part of. Yeah. So I was trying to make this beef seem like, me and you are gonna, we'll handle it in the ring and we'll just bring attention. I think he was trying to capitalize on the business to kind of make that known, right? Yeah. But I don't think he was trying to make Raja seem like a bitch. Yeah. No. I think it was just a moment of like an opportunity to like, hey, I'm gonna fuck with you and then you're gonna get me back and we're gonna fuck with each other. No one's really gonna get hurt, but we're just gonna, this is pro wrestling. Like, it's all fake. It's all fake crap. Yeah. Psycho Stu is a 50-year-old overweight veteran. Like he's not a superhero athlete of any means. You know what I mean? Yeah, so all that happens. Afterwards, Raja seems like he's still pretty upset about it. And he goes back and all the people in his chat are telling him like, fuck that, you're a little bitch for not doing anything. You should have done something right then. And then the guy who brought him to the event, which I do not know his name. He's a guy in a cowboy hat in all the videos. He tells him, hey, you're going to go we're going to bring you into the event and why don't you get in the ring with them and go get your receipt. And so he's like, yeah, okay, let's do that. So then I'll fast forward to the actual event. Raja's on live chat talking to people and people are like, hey, watch. I ain't no bitch. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to pick him up. I'm going to slam him. And I'm going to punch him for real. I'm going to punch him. As a matter of fact, I'm going to punch him so many times that they have to stop me from punching him more.
Damn.
That's what he says on the chat.
Damn.
And then he goes in and proceeds to do exactly what he just said he was going to do.
Yeah.
Picks him up, slams him down, which Psycho Stu, you watch the video where he gets picked up. He's like floating. He's not fighting back. Yeah. He's not doing nothing. He's just going with it. He doesn't know what to expect. Exactly. Then he gets whip slammed head into the ground, gets completely knocked out from that exact moment, and then takes 23, 22, everyone's saying different things, but it's right there above 20.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Strong ass blows to the head. Yeah. Unconscious, unguarded. Yeah. And broke his teeth, broke his jaw, skull fracture, brain swelling, like bro, dude's fucked up. All blows to the head. And then all his teeth are missing, like flatline for like minutes on end.
Wow.
Then finally gets like the ref is telling, oh, you're out, like you win, blah, blah, blah. And then nobody's doing anything. Some guy jumps in with the purple hair or whatever, stops him. Then a whole bunch of people hold him down. He gets punched too by Raja.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he gets punched as well. And he even said, like, bro, if I wouldn't have stopped him, he would have killed Stu. And if he would have got the best of him, he's like, bro, he would have killed me too.
Yeah.
Like, that's how infuriated he was, right?
Yeah.
So then eventually they get him out of the ring. He walking outside. As he's walking outside, he is, him and one of the other performers is talking shit. One of his friends has to like tell him like, hey, bro, let's go. Let's leave. Raja wants to go fight him now. But his friend convinces them to leave.
Yeah.
So they finally leave. Then what happens after that? You can hear him say something like this, I'm tired of people fucking with me. Tired of people fucking with me. Which again, bro, is like, bro, you took this way too far.
Way too far. Yeah.
And then he gets a call from the dude, the cowboy hat dude. And the guy's like, bro, this guy is still not woken up.
Yeah.
He's still flatlined on the ring. And he's just like, well, I'm tired of people fucking with me. I'm not no bitch. I'm not no this. And then the guy goes, bro, the guy's almost dead. And he goes, oh, my bad.
That's so wild, bro.
That's it. My bad.
So I saw a lot of what you saw. I mean, if I had to get a quick rundown, mainly what I saw was 3 things. I saw him when he pulled up. He goes up to the guy. The guy hits him with the can. They get face to face, and oh boy's Rajan is like, or Raja, whatever. He's like, for real, bro, for real. And he's like, you're not gonna sell it. You're not gonna sell it. Like he's like trying to like do it under like low key,
under breath, like
because he's like, wait, what's going on here? Like he was confused. You could tell.
Oh, definitely.
But then I saw a guy step in between them, and he was just like, relax, relax, relax. He's like, he's not a worker. He's not a worker. He's like saying it out loud, and everyone else is saying it too. So like Psycho Stu can hear it.
Right.
And then he's like, our bad, like, it's like, sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. Like, chill. So I saw that. And then that was it as far as that clip. And then the next clip I ended up seeing later on was obviously the attack. But before the attack, he was sitting next to his boy. The guy's like recording him, and Rajan says, he's like, I'm tired of people fucking with me. I'm gonna fuck him up when I get in there. I'm gonna fuck him up when I get in there.
Yep.
And then he gets in, does what he does. They stop him. And then the last thing I saw was when he's walking away and he's like turning back and talking to someone, like you were saying. And his boy's like, let's go, dude. Let's go. We're done. Let's go. But I have not seen the one where the guy calls him. Do you have it? I want to see it, low-key.
No, I couldn't. I mean, it took me a minute.
It's just one of those things like you saw, like in scrolling. Yeah.
But he's got his that same shirt on that, he's still obviously that moment.
See,
blood all over his shirt.
Yeah,
blood all over his shirt.
Yeah.
Because it was bleeding all over the place. And so when the guy came in, I guess the guy that stopped it, he was on the side, and they told him, hey, don't go backstage, hang out for a little bit, because he just got done doing a match.
Yeah.
So he's exhausted.
Yeah.
So he just got done doing a match, and they told him like, hey, hang out for a little bit because they're about to go on. He's about to go in there. And he's kind of like, all right, I don't know why I got to hang out. Like,
thank God he did. Though.
Yeah. I don't know why I got to do that. So then all of a sudden, and people are giving him a hard time, or people giving everybody a hard time. This is pretend fighting. Right. So everybody in the audience is standing around the outside, and they're like, why didn't they stop it right away? It's pretend fighting. So it's supposed to look real. So it's going to take you a few seconds to realize that, no, this is actually real.
Okay.
Right. I mean, so when they're out there and he slams them, they just think, oh, damn, he slammed him hard. Wow, look, this looks really real. Come to find out it is real.
Yeah.
And by the time he's done slamming him and getting 10 punches in, that's when the one guy notices like, oh, this is not fake.
Yeah.
So then by the time he realizes that, it takes time for him to jump from wherever he's standing to get into the ring to get to him. Okay. But by then another 10 punches have happened. All this happens so fast that people are thinking like, well, why did nobody stop it faster? Blah, blah, blah. Right. Bro, these guys, this dude, if you look at those punches, they are back to back to back to back. As fast as I'm saying back to back, that's how fast these punches are coming in.
It was left, right, left,
and
right.
So it's ridiculous to say that someone out there, I could say back to back 20 times, and for someone to run out there and grab me and stop saying that is the same thing he was doing. You know what I'm saying? It's a stupid analogy.
So I this is what I want to address on that note. Okay. I don't know if you've seen it, maybe not. But there is a documentary on Netflix called Unreal. Okay. It's about the WWE.
Okay.
So with professional wrestling, everyone knows like if you watch or you're into it like that, you know that the trade secrets are very guarded, right?
Yeah.
They don't really like give a lot of access backstage and like as far as like
100%. Yeah.
But this Unreal, it's like the dawn of a new age because they did give access. So now you know what goes into a wrestling match. And because there's like, even though we know it's fake, we don't know, like before this documentary was released, we don't know the details of like how things are choreographed or like, you know, do the guys meet up beforehand? Do they practice? Or is it something that is done like on the fly or whatever? And the reality is, at least in the WWE, everything is choreographed beforehand. There are things that may happen like on the fly that like two experienced veterans may like, hey, they're going to switch it up because, you know, the crowd is, you know, really digging it or something. So they may like go a little longer than what's planned. Right.
They might. Yeah.
So, so this is my point to that. With a guest like him, either there's two things that could have possibly happened. Either this program, like that organization, even because we said it's like a freaking amateur one. It's like low, like
they're trying to get a publicity.
Maybe
so having this guy
like
on
$20 to wrestle, or maybe nothing at all.
I've been to one of those events. They're ridiculous.
They're very rinky dink.
They're like got midgets running around. And it's like it's not like a WWE like you get all these jack guys. You got guys who are 50 years old, overweight, who just want to like.
Oh yeah, there's no money in it too. Like it's just like they do it for passion. Like it's just a passion,
little hobby. Yeah,
exactly. So either they had a very, very like unskilled operation, or like they didn't know what they were doing, because the reason why is I equate it to the WWE. Now that I know what I know by watching that documentary, maybe the slam was choreographed, but punches,
nothing was choreographed.
See, then that's the thing. Because like in the WWE, like say for instance, they did have that set up, right? And they were like, okay, you're gonna slam them, then you're gonna go to the top rope, you're gonna jump off and hit them. You know what I mean? And then that's that.
Right.
So if that happened in WWE and he slammed them and then he started punching them, they were like, wait, that's not in it.
Right.
That's completely random. Stop him. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Again, like, okay, so if I say I am going to, if we're in a fake fight, and I say I'm going to slam you and then I'm going to punch you, even if I punch you for real,
no, true,
okay, even if I say even if I do punch you for real, okay, and we come up with this, and I go, hey, Bushoy, let's really sell this thing, just punch me for real, right?
Oh, okay,
let's just say this is how I go: slam me down and then punch me, and then we're gonna really sell this thing, right? If I tell you that, being a competent human, you are going to slam me, but you're not going to slam me as hard as you fucking can.
No, not even close.
If you're going to punch me, you're not going to punch me as hard as where all my teeth are falling out, where my face is breaking, where blood is flying everywhere, where I'm clearly unconscious. Like there's, you know what I mean? There's levels to like, okay, if you're in a street fight and you're fighting for your life, there's a level of like, I'm trying to stop this. Even in a street fight, once the person's out,
you're going to pull back.
You're going to be like, all right, this guy's out and I'm not going to continue to, do this. Because for one, you don't want to murder the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this guy is still in critical condition. He's stable, but critical, but to this right now, stable, but critical, which means he's not getting worse. But if they took all the machines off him, he would die.
Wow.
Like that's to the extent he choked on his own blood and teeth.
Wow.
Like, bro, it is so bad.
Yeah.
And and so my point is he's not good for society.
Yeah.
He's just straight not.
So what do you think is going to happen legality?
I mean, personally, I hope he goes to jail for
he needs
an extended period of time. Like, I agree with a lot of the MMA fighters of all, they just said he needs to go lay down for a little bit. You know what I mean? And I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, he needs to go lay down. He needs to calm down. He needs to really look at life about what's important.
Yeah.
He needs to, spend some time in his own head.
Yeah.
And really think about, the consequences of these actions. Like, bro, this dude's a father. He's a husband, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, he not only ruined that guy's life, but he ruined, maybe generations of things. Like, this is not a small thing.
There had to have been some type of mental switch that was because, I mean, for a person to go to that extent, like you said, if you're in a street fight and you're fighting for your life,
yes,
and you're able to put down the opponent,
stop the threat.
Yeah, stop the threat.
Yes,
you're not gonna persist on it until that person's dead or anything. You're gonna hey, I got him down. I'm running away getting help, or I'm finding safety or something.
Right, like exactly.
So for him to keep going, I don't know if it was one of those
being
things,
the antagonist.
Yeah. Do you think it was one of those things where he was just he's got to show I don't know, man. I'm trying to debate whether it was one of those things because of the fact that the fucking stupid ass stream was going, and he was
okay, but this is the problem with that. Look, I'm sorry. This is not Rampage's fault. This is not the stream's fault. This is not the Cowboy guy's fault. This is not anybody's fault.
But him, for sure. 100%.
Like, I think it's ridiculous. Yes, all of those things contributed.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, why are we caring about what somebody, this guy said something to you. If I tell you to go shoot somebody and you go do it, I agree that I could go to jail for it.
Yeah.
Because I told you to do that. Yeah. So I'm not saying legally I'm not wrong.
Right.
But at the same time, bro, you're a fucking psychopath. If you're going to go do it.
Do it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the same time, you're a psychopath to go do this.
Yeah.
And so the fact that he went and did this to this extent, it only shows we have to put all the blame on him.
Yeah, no, it is.
It can't be. And everyone's doing that. Oh, I wish this didn't happen. Oh, people in the chat have created this monster. It's like, bro.
No.
We cannot allow this.
But what I meant was do you think he kept going because he felt the chat's watching, I need to keep fucking this guy up? Or do you think it was one of those things where he's he just is unhinged?
I mean, I 1,000% think it's just an unhinged. Yeah. I think if there's any hinge, he would have stopped himself way earlier.
That's what I'm saying. So once you've done it, it's you're
and I don't see him.
I proved my point.
But what's weird was if you saw him while he's talking in the chat, he's talking about this as calm as me and you are talking.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not at that moment. He's not blood boiling, right? He's saying, "This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fuck him up."
Damn, that's scary.
And he's not blood boiling.
Yeah.
Then he goes in, does it. Has to get restrained.
Yeah.
Pulled off. Then he leaves. When you watch him walking out, blood boiling. Like he is
Enraged. Yeah.
He's as if the guy just smacked him in the head.
Damn.
So to go to that, you know what I mean? As he's doing it, you could tell that there's a switch that flipped and he went to that 10.
Yeah.
But why are you, if you're so furious that you're almost losing control, then how do you know you're going to go in there, pick him up, slam him, and punch him that many times?
Yeah.
I mean, this is all premeditated. But then for you to, and then you're able to as he went, it's almost like this. The more he did what he was doing, the more angry he got while he was doing it, which is another reason why I think he would have killed him if no one stopped him.
Yeah.
He wasn't in a point where it's okay, the 20-second one, then he was backed off and was all right, that's enough for me. And he wasn't back to that calm guy. It was getting angrier and angrier and angrier and angrier to the point where it's he's so pissed that it's he had to take people to pull him off him.
Yeah.
He wanted to hit him more.
Yeah.
And he was pissed that people stopped him.
Yeah.
That's where it's it's not okay. None of it's okay. The slam was way too much by itself.
It was way too hard. Was he ever into fighting like his dad?
Yeah, he's a UFC fighter.
Is he?
Yeah, he's had he was 4-0 in amateur, and then he's 0-1 in pro.
Oh, because when you said he was on Twitch and shit, I thought he was a gamer.
No. He's on some other one. It's not Twitch. It's who does he stream with?
That's insane, bro. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was like trained then. That's why there was so much.
Yeah, and then there's another one. So right before that kick.
Oh, Kick
yeah,
streamer. Okay.
Yeah, he's a kick streamer.
Yeah.
And so there's another thing that the day or week or whatever, I don't know the time frame of this, he got a quote unquote a concussion while he was sparring. So he's in a kickboxing session and they're just fucking around and the guy kicks him in the head and he gets a concussion. He gets real dizzy.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, well, again, he had a concussion, so his brain wasn't thinking right. So when you get a concussion, that, makes your brain not work right. So that's why he just kind of lost it. It's like, bro, this is just another bullshit excuse.
Yeah.
We're trying to make excuses for this guy. And again, I think it was, no, it wasn't Dustin Poirier. It was, I don't know. It was one of the UFC fighters. And he said, like, look, if you're, oh shit, what did he say?
Wait, real quick. How old is this cat?
25.
Dude, I'm tripping because I'm like, when I saw him and they were like, they made the relation to Rampage and they said he was a streamer, I thought he was like this, like skinny little, like just gamer guy, like 19, because he looks low-key young.
Yeah.
I mean, just at least.
But he's a big dude. He's a big dude like Rampage.
How big is he?
I probably would say he's 200.
Okay. All right.
I mean, he's not a small dude.
And especially if he is a
and Rampage
fighter.
is a big dude.
Oh, yeah.
Rampage is a big dude.
Yeah,
so,
dense.
And he's not as big as Rampage,
Yeah.
but he's 25. Rampage is a full grown man. You know what I mean? So by the time he gets that age, I think he's going to be that. But
have they said anything about like legal action being taken yet?
I haven't heard. I don't even know if Russia has been arrested yet. They just said an LAPD is doing an investigation. Oh, this is what I was going to say. If this was any normal dude, he would have already been in jail, already been arrested. But since he's somewhat of a famous person and somewhat has money, the cops kind of have to act accordingly. Because if they do the wrong thing, then he gets let out. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to hire the best lawyers to defend. So if the cops make any mistakes in the investigation by arresting him too early, blah, 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 by not realizing like, no, all this was planned.
Evidence.
Yeah. Once they establish all the evidence, then they can actually do this arrest.
Let's see. What's the latest update with the story of Ray Jean and Psycho Stu? What? What's the latest update with Rampage Jackson's son and Psycho Stu? Said there was no update under that. But I'm sure if it says Rampage Jackson's son. Well. Oh, yeah, he does look like a bigger guy now. Here's the latest unfolding. At Knox Pro Wrestling event in Los Angeles. This happened to the 23rd. What began stage wrestling segment escalated into a real assault. Raja Jackson, upset by being hit with a beer can, and issue, blah, blah, blah. Psycho Stu's condition. Stuart Smith, aka Psycho Stu, was hospitalized in critical condition, but later reported as stable. His brother posted a heartfelt update asking for continued prayers. Law enforcement in Los Angeles has launched an investigation into Raja Jackson, classifying the assault as a felony battery. Damn. Despite video evidence and the live stream capturing the incident, no charges or arrests have been made yet. MMA veteran Matt Brown condemned Raja's actions, calling it a fucked up situation and advocating for serious legal consequence. Former UFC Sean Strickland.
Sean had the worst take.
Meanwhile, urged for rehabilitation instead of incarceration, drawing parallels from his own past experiences. Rampage's response addressed the fallout in multiple live streams and public statements. He expressed remorse for what happened to Psycho Stu and condemned his son's violence, saying, "I don't condone what my son did. I'm going to let justice take its course."
Yeah, he did say that, yeah.
Damn, that's mad respect, low key. I'm sure that's not easy to do as a father, regardless of the situation, or like the dynamic between them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was telling you before, bro, like I just, like I could never, I mean, no, I don't know, man, I don't know. It's hard. It's one thing to talk when you're not in it and not even close. And I'm not even a father. So like, who the fuck am I to say?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would just imagine it would be hard. It's like it's your son, you love him, you know, or I would suppose, you know.
No, you can love him and still recognize that what he did was wrong and needs to be punished for that type of issue. It wasn't like he just, accidentally, got in a car accident.
Yeah.
There's all these accidents that actually, this wasn't an actual accident. Yeah. This was actually like, he literally said what I'm going to do. And then he went out there.
Yeah.
And he did exactly that in an evil way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was very excessive.
It's way too excessive. And it's just, it's
like you
bad,
said, even the slam was like, you could just tell my boy, whiplash, boom, out.
Out.
Yeah.
And then for you to not have the cognitive ability to like look at him and be like, oh shit, I knocked him out.
Yeah.
And immediately be like, oh shit, my bad. Like, I mean to stop at that moment.
Right, yeah.
And then just to be like, nope, just bum.
Yeah.
With the guy has no defense for himself.
Yeah.
He's
not even like trying.
No.
Yeah, he was just gone.
The
one I saw though, the footage I saw at least, this is I guess just my interpretation of it. I felt like either he got tuckered out for a second, but I don't imagine that to be the case. But it did seem like he hesitated after the first few. He like, I just remember him going, doon, doon, doon. And then he like waited a little bit. And then did you see that?
Yeah, I think I agree with you on the extent that like the only thing I think was happening there is positioning. That's it.
Very good point.
I don't think it was.
Maybe
I don't think it was a delay in like a thoughtful delay of like
should I continue?
What's happening here?
Yeah.
It was a delay of like, I got to scoot this way so I can get this punch in and this punch in. And when I hit this punch, I want to punch this better. So I'm going to scoot this way and then whack. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was more of a positioning thing for me than it was a delay.
Even if he did hesitate to like evaluate. And
he didn't stop.
Exactly. That's even worse. That he continued the second.
Exactly.
Damn.
So I wouldn't even give him that credit to say he tried to evaluate.
Yeah.
I think he literally was in there. And like you said, I think he did exactly what he said, which is why it's such a weird thing.
Yeah.
Because how do you, I mean, I guess we're not psychopaths.
Yeah.
So we can't really get into that mind. Like, I don't understand the school shooters. I don't understand we don't understand these people because this is not who we are. We don't have that mind of like, I'm going to go out there and just hurt a random dude for no reason. I'm not going to go kill a bunch of kids for no fucking reason. Like, who does this?
Yeah.
It's psychopaths who do this.
For sure.
And they want to make these excuses. But the reality is they're psychopaths.
Yeah. Hold on. I want to look up the definition between psycho and socio. Because I know there's this
crazy. Yes.
They're definitely, I think with psych or socio, they're more sociable. Like they could seem like an everyday folk.
Mm-hmm.
Psychopath is like, you're freaking out there. Hold on. Let's see. What's the difference between a psychopath and a sociopath? It's like Rajon is
picture of me.
Okay, origin, psychopath. Thought to have a stronger biological genetic basis. Brain scans often show reduced activity in areas related to empathy, impulse control, and moral reasoning, which makes sense if that's the case. Sociopath, more influenced by environmental factors such as trauma, neglect, abuse, or unstable upbringing. Less hardwired, more situational. What do you think?
Bro, that could go either way.
Yeah.
I mean, both.
I feel like there could be sociopaths out there too.
Look that up. Why not? Why couldn't there be?
Yeah, because what if they were, and they also have traumas too?
Yeah. And I'm sure most.
Are there any? Does a psychosociopath exist? Is that a thing? They got some of your thing. Adam Shribbles. Are there any? Does a psychopath? This is the first time it's ever addressed me too. I must have said something. This is psychology gets a little muddy. Ooh, okay. This is where psychology gets a little muddy because terms like sociopath, psychopath, and sociopath. Now, psychosociopath are often used loosely in everyday conversation, but don't all officially exist in clinical psychology. Does psychosociopath exist? Not an official diagnosis. The DSM-5, the big manual psychiatrists use, only recognizes antisocial personality disorder, ASPD. Both psychopath and sociopath are subtypes or descriptive labels under ASPD.
Right.
Not separate clinical conditions.
Right. Yes, I do remember.
Yeah, the word psychosociopath isn't formally used in psychiatry or psychology. You won't find it in the DSM-5 or the ICD-11. Okay, so it doesn't officially exist, but it sounds like it's a real thing.
Oh, bro, it's absolutely a real thing.
If I do think though that if a clinical psychologist or whatever were to assess it, I think they would probably label him as a sociopath technically, because if he hasn't, it has to be, bro, because there has to be something lingering there for this kid. Like for him to continually say, I'm tired of motherfuckers fucking with me.
Yeah.
There has to be something there, whether it's with his father or past traumas, or maybe with people testing him on these streams and stuff. I'm not saying any of this is an excuse at all, by all means. Like, bro, I got haters too, and I don't fucking go out and start, knocking motherfuckers out.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm like, there has to be a catalyst. There's something. I'm curious what it is. I really am.
Yeah. Yeah, I am too.
Doesn't excuse it, but I'm just there has to be something there.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he's a fucking dude, because you know how they say with people that are in martial arts, I don't know. At least the ones that maybe don't get into it because they were originally in a violent person. The people that do it for confidence and just for self-defense and all this, they're usually more de-escalated. They're more calmer because they're like, I know I could fuck somebody up if I wanted to.
Yeah, and they also know the consequences of a fight. They also don't know that it only takes one little thing and someone gets knocked out or some situation happens and maybe unplanned.
Yeah.
As good as trained as you are, this guy pulls out a gun, this guy does this. I mean, real violence is really way different from a fight.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of street fight can be way different from a boxing match.
Yeah.
When you bring all of a sudden the guy pulls out something out of his pocket and he gets one clean shot at your rib and he had a knife in his hand.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't care how trained you are. Now all of a sudden you're bleeding out. This is a bad day. You know what I mean? And you're the trained guy and some amateur guy just stuck you. Bro, it's a bad look, right? It's a bad day.
Yeah.
And so these guys are like, no, I don't want to. A lot of them are like, I don't want to do that, or they're willing to protect themselves. And for the average person, they could probably fuck most of those people up.
Yeah.
But anything could happen in those moments, right?
Yeah.
And or friends.
Yeah.
You're grappling with the guy, you're holding the guy down, and his friend comes over and soccer kicks you, and then all of a sudden there's this issue here too.
How many fights have you been in?
I've only been in 2 fights, but they were when I was younger.
How old? High school, young?
High school, and then not even, high school, basketball, on the basketball court stuff. And then, and that was just kind of real quick scuffles.
Yeah.
And then I got in a fight in a
bar?
No, at the mall of Victor Valley.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
It was just me and a kid just had words for each other and just fought.
Wasn't it something
I got kicked out of the mall for a year.
Oh, okay.
So it was retarded. It was dumb. But since then I haven't really been in any major fights. I've sparred and stuff like that. I've been into boxing a lot, so I've done a lot of sparring and stuff. But by no means am I a fighter. You know what I mean?
I feel it. Yeah, but
I feel pretty comfortable. I've done a lot of jiu-jitsu and I've done a lot of boxing and stuff like that. I feel like I'd be able to defend myself.
Oh, for sure.
But most people think they can fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. I really, I was surprised how much, especially before I really got into boxing.
Yeah.
I was really surprised how how different it is to really find where your power comes from.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
How do you throw your punches? Are they, most people are just out
Wailing,
here,
you
know,
no
and
keeps
most
in
of it
straight
needs to be
line.
all inside,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So it's very different than what your like kind of your instincts tell you, right?
Yeah.
And but bro, boxing is one of the funnest things to do.
Absolutely.
Like I shadow box all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I hit the heavy bag. You know, I don't really spar as much anymore.
Yeah.
Just because I haven't had really time for it.
Yeah.
But and the older I get, the less I want to spar.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's
It
super
is,
fun.
man.
I like body sparring. You know, body
just
onlys.
shots?
Yeah, just body shots.
Yeah.
Just so that way you're not getting headaches. And
I
shit.
just fucking hate it because it's like awkward to go for just body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're like, it's right there, like the head's available, and you're just like, I know I could go for that.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But because I used to train with a buddy of mine, he was an amateur fighter.
Okay.
And he was very good.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this guy literally broke 4 heavy bags, and I was pissed.
Oh, I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, legitimately, like, straight right, and the chain broke. Like, It was just wild, and I was pissed because he was coming under my membership, and I had to pay for this. Like, stop breaking shit, dog. Like, I get it. You're strong.
That's hilarious.
And he's like, I'm not trying, man. I'm sorry. But, you know, and what's funny is, that was like the first time I realized, like, oh man, I do actually have a little bit, like, not to toot my horn, but power behind my punches, because we sparred, me and him, and he's probably like 6'3", 6'4". He was probably like 230 at the time. I was probably like 215, 212, and we're sparring, and I'm low-key scared.
Yeah, no, it's scary. It's intimidating as a mother.
He's
yeah,
big, he's strong, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna go 50% on you. I was like, your 50% is other people's 100.
Yeah.
Like, don't.
Yeah.
Like, go 10%.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But he's like, you're fine. So we're going around, we're doing our thing. And I know this about myself, but I'm always, you know, usually not trying to like get into fights. You know what I mean? I've been in some stuff, but I try not to. And he uppercutted me. And he knocked my contact out, and he fucking landed it. Like, it hurt,
right?
You know? I'm the type of person, like, if I were to get into a fight, I low-key, I know this is so stupid. Trust me, I know it's stupid.
Don't say, when I see red.
No.
Okay.
No.
When I get punched, I see red, and then I go.
I need to get.
You get back.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. I mean, like, I need to, like, low-key get hit first to, like, get me going.
Mm-hmm.
And when he landed that, I was like, I lost it. And I did low-key, like, I just lost it, bro. And anyways, I like start going back at him, like, I'm getting more aggressive, and I end up landing a left hook, right? He told me before we started, he's like, no matter what, if I'm bleeding, you're bleeding, do not stop the fight.
Okay.
Do not stop the round. I was like, okay, bet. We're going. I hit him. I'm surprised I hit him. He stumbles back. He like literally like one of those things. And then he's like, oh, okay. And like, I was like low-key proud of myself inside. I was like, yeah. But then, I mean, he starts gushing.
Okay.
Blood.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about like gushing blood, bro.
Right.
So we're like circling each other at that point. And I told him, I was like, hey bro, you're like leaking. He's like, it's okay, I'm fine. I was like, you are leaking. And he goes like this, and he's like, oh, fuck. And he gets out of the thing.
Right.
And it was so funny, bro. It was like a movie scene because it was just me and him in the ring, and nobody else was in the gym.
Right.
Right. So it was like, you could hear an echo. He walks to the bathroom, like down the hall. Like 2 seconds or like 5 seconds of silence goes by, and he's just like, fucking Bishoy. And I was just like, I was so scared again. I was like, oh my God, this boy's about to fuck me up coming back. But he comes back and he was chill. He was just like, damn, bro, you fucking got me like that. Yeah. And I was like, don't knock my contact out there. Right. But he was just like, hey, dude, you know, like if you hone it, you know how to throw. But I think anyone can do that. You know what I mean? Like if they really. Yeah.
And then, you know, again, like, you know, we can have those moments that feel like good. And, you know, and I agree. I don't think that was a lucky punch. I mean, you've thrown punches before.
Yeah. We trained.
You kind of know how to like throw that left, right?
I just got.
But at the same time, like, him kind of taking you for granted.
Yeah.
Also, you know, put his guard down a little bit more than he was supposed to. Like, you know what I mean? If he was actually maybe actually trying, he might have had a little bit better of a guard. He could have, you know, maybe had these different things.
Which thank God he wasn't.
Yeah. So like, I mean, you know, it's always so hard because when you fight, like, you know, I've done this a lot in sparring as well. Like when you're fighting someone that is way better than you, and this was my problem in sparring, where you would fight someone way better than you. And it's a little hard to spar with them.
Yeah.
Or you fight someone you're way better than.
Yeah.
And it's hard to spar with them too.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, you know,
match,
it's hard to find those equal matches, right?
Right.
And especially at the amateur levels, you know what I mean? Because there are the people who are really dedicated, and then there's the guy who just came in like last week, or just doesn't have like the skill set yet. You know what I mean? He's just a little bit less athletic, right?
Right.
And some people might not have boxed at all, but are just very athletic,
right?
So they are just you know, good
pick it up.
athlete anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. Boxing is interesting because it does hurt and it's super scary.
It is.
And that's one of the reasons why it's so fun.
Yeah. No, it is. It's, it's like a little adrenaline rush.
Oh, big time.
I actually wish I could go back into it, but I told you about my little eye thing. Yeah. And that's the only fear that I have is like if I were to get like rocked, it could burst. And I'm just like, it's just not worth the risk.
Well, that's also part of boxing. No matter what, you're going to get rocked.
Yeah, you are.
You know, out of thousands of punches thrown at your head.
No way you're going to
It's just going to, there's that one time you're going to drop that hand and you're just going to get tagged.
And I mean, if Mayweather of all people, who's like the king of defense, has been rocked, you know what I mean? You can only imagine what a chump like me would get, you know what I mean? So,
Tyson's been knocked out in sparring. Like there's people who have done all these things. Yeah. You know, it doesn't really count in the sparring, but at the same time, like if you're working on something, you know, if you're working on a body shot or you're working on setting up a left, you know, to the body, and me and you are working together. Right. And I'm working on that punch. I'm working on setting you up for that thing. Right. Well, I'm going to be open in certain areas that you're going to catch on to, and then you're going to tag me in that way. Right. So sparring is more of like, I'm trying to work on something. It's not just a fight every time.
No. It's for practice. Like there's specific things you're trying to
you know, and especially at certain levels, you're going to be more, sometimes you are just going to go out there and check your grit. You know, you're going to go out there and check these different things. There's other times where you're actually just working on like, how am I going to set this punch up? And I'm going to do, you know, I'm going to throw the left, I'm going to throw the right, and then I'm going to throw the 1-2, and then I'm going to set up, you know, you to lift your hands, and then I'm going to go for a liver shot. You know, something in that regard, right? Yeah. And so when that happens in sparring, people get knocked out all the time. And pro guys that are badass, that could beat up most of the people they're sparring. Right. But the fact that they just get tagged doesn't mean that person's better than them. Right. You know what I mean? By any means. Close. But yeah, man, I don't know. This whole Raja thing was, it was really, man, it really, I don't know, man. It upset me.
Yeah, no, I like.
It did.
No one deserves that type of like level of assault, bro. Like, the guy, so I get it. Like, like I was telling you kind of the other day too, was like, okay, I can understand why Raja was initially like irritated or mad, but the extent of what he did was just absolutely unexcusable. Like if he felt disrespected, I get it. Like the guy hit him with the thing, and whether it hurt or not, like the disrespect he felt was the issue. It wasn't, maybe it wasn't the pain level, but it was just like, bro, you just like low-key embarrassed me in front of like whatever 1 million followers I have or whatever, which is dumb in itself. But still, like even there's the people around him, like honestly, like I would have gotten mad too. Like if somebody would have hit me like that and I was unexpected and it made me look bad like that, I would have been like, what the fuck, bro? Like, are you good, dog?
Right.
Like, are you trying to, you know what I mean? So
right. But then
at the same time,
some point your ego's got to check. Yeah. You know, and what is it? The hospitals and jails are full of egos.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what's going to basically happen, you know?
And even if I did like say get into an altercation, there's no way in hell I would have done what that guy did.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean, even look at your altercation when he tagged you.
Yeah.
You got him back.
Yes.
Probably out of an anger moment that you had.
It really was.
And
then as soon as I connected, I low-key kind of felt bad.
No, exactly. But see, that's the mind of a normal person.
Is to feel bad, right? Remorse.
It's even in your anger of like, he got me, I want to get my get back, and I want to like really show him.
Yeah.
He's leaking. Yeah. You didn't just continue to jump on top of him and just pound on him.
Yeah. And
probably because you were scared. But you could have, for sure. You could have.
No, because when he stumbled back, he was a little dazed.
Yeah, at that moment,
I could have kept on going, but I was just like, oh shit. First of all, I was surprised. And then second of all, I was like, okay, I got him.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, exactly.
We're even.
Exactly. You took your step back and you got into a normal state of mind, right?
Right.
He didn't seem to ever get into that state.
No. He unhinged.
Completely lost all control.
For sure.
So,
and I've seen, I mean, your boy you see this scar right here, bro?
Oh, yeah.
This is a brick to the face.
Oh, shit.
From an altercation.
Really?
Like a straight up brick to the face. Yeah.
Damn.
And, but even that person didn't like Thank God.
Yeah, no kidding.
They didn't
throw a second brick.
Yeah. Or just keep getting.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I mean, yeah, that like for a person to grab a brick is one thing. That is not a good.
No.
Like that's kind of much.
Yeah.
Although we were younger, so maybe he was just like fucking out of it, like not like mature enough to realize. But imagine if that person did continue with it. Clearview's podcast would be one post short, so
or a little slower.
A little slower.
We'd be talking about trains.
Yeah. I think I can. That's bad. I won't do that. But no. Yeah, no, 100%. No, for sure. Raja took it way too far. That was an unhinged, like, mental breakdown. And I think aside from like legal action, man, I don't know. I think this is like one of these like profound moments, as like random and as crazy as it is like this is like one of those moments where I think society needs to like reevaluate and like check ourselves. Yeah. Like, hey, bro, if that stuff like that still exists in 2025, we're not making the progress that we should be as like a mankind. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, also, like, who are making heroes?
Yeah.
I think we have a hero. Like kind of PBD has a really good saying. We have a hero making problem in this country. Like, the heroes we make are not heroes.
Yeah, they're not true role models.
No, they're not role models at all.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest problems I think we have with society. The second we find someone who is actually virtuous, we don't want to, I don't know, we don't like that person. We just tear them down.
Boring to us.
Yeah, we tear them down. The second we see a degenerate or we see someone who is completely
he's badass, bro.
Immoral, we're immediately like, he's a badass guy.
Yeah.
And so our heroes are just completely off right now.
Do you think it stems from women? I'll say why. Like in high school, right?
They always like the bad guys?
Yeah. Do you think it's because like guys would like fight because this is my opinion. I think at least when I was growing up in high school, dudes would take off on one another, especially if girls were watching. It's because like they wanted to impress the girls. But I just don't really remember. I mean, some girls were like degenerates themselves where they were like, fuck them up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then other girls were like, stop. Like you're like, they didn't like, even though they played like the part of, sorry about that. The like, oh, stop. I feel like internally they low key kind of like, thought it was sexy or something like that. Do you think there's any type of...
I absolutely think a woman wants to feel safe.
So the fact that she sees a man that can protect himself and do that kind of thing, she's like, okay, this guy will protect me like that.
I think a woman, and that's one reason why I think a woman, I don't think it's something that she innately likes violence. Right. I think she's against violence. But there's something in there when a girl sees someone get beat up.
Yeah.
That immediately triggers in her mind, I'm not safer on this person.
Wait, hold on. You're saying that if she sees a man beat up another man?
No, if she sees someone get beat up.
Okay, so if you have a girlfriend and you get beat up, she's going to look at him and be like, oh, this guy's, that kind of thing?
Yes, yes. And especially if you're the antagonist, you're like the big talker, and then you end up getting hurt.
You're getting knocked out.
If you're a guy, I think, who could de-escalate and can handle himself and all those things, I think women find that to be attractive innately because that is something
you're still protecting
them. You're stopping, because protection can come in a lot of different ways. You're stopping the threat. You're keeping the family safe. That can be done by, using your words or, in some cases using a weapon or using your fist or whatever. Yeah. But either way, you're keeping that individual safe. Yeah. Right? And now if you see somebody who is also always an asshole and gets his ass beat, I mean, I think the woman sees like, hey, this guy is not only, he's a danger on multiple levels.
Yeah.
He put us in the danger position and then he actually got hurt.
Yeah.
Which shows that he couldn't even protect himself when he put himself in that position. Right. I think most women find that to be unattractive.
Yeah.
Now, some women like the person who's like, he's the bully and he's the antagonist. Yeah. And she wants that, like, my man can take care of anything. Macho, she likes that. Yeah. I think, again, that's probably an innate thing that women have.
Right.
But I don't think that's most women.
Common,
I think most women are wanting someone who could de-escalate, who could just make sure that they're taken care of, who could handle their situations in a mature way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think if shit hits the fan,
Right.
she wants to know that the guy can protect
himself,
you know, and protect her
and the family.
You know, I mean, ultimately, I think she's looking out. I understand she wants him to be able to protect himself, but ultimately, she wants someone to protect her and the kids.
Yeah,
you know, that's what she wants.
No,
I mean,
true.
I understand she wants you to be able to protect yourself, but ultimately, I'm trusting you to lead me so I don't get hurt.
Yeah.
That's what the woman is telling you. She's not saying lead me so you don't get hurt.
Yeah,
lead me so I don't get hurt. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. You know what? I relate it back to like nature, like in the wild, like animals.
Oh, 1,000%.
Even with like mating, right? Like usually, no matter what the breed is, I mean, majority of breeds, it's like two males fight. The one that dominates the other is the one that the female was willing to mate with.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think it's just like innately in us. Like
she's not like once your wounds heal, you can get this.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's like,
but what an effort you gave.
Yeah,
you little, you know, whatever it is. Yeah, no, straight up, no, it's very, very true, and that's why I think men feel like emasculated if they like were to get in a fight, they get embarrassed in front of their girl, like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like it's very, and then that's what triggers motherfuckers to go crazy too, and be like, all right, I'm going to get a piece.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Killing people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of that. So, you know, but there has to be a level of sanity,
right?
In all
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, do you have any?
Just not fight people.
Yeah,
please.
don't
and
fight.
women, don't encourage your males to
Don't
fight. Yeah.
Learn how to protect yourself.
Yes.
Take boxing classes, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, take anything.
I feel like if everyone did and everyone knew everyone could F everyone up,
right,
people would be less likely to, you know, because they'd be like, hey, man. You know,
you'd also get that release, and you'd also realize, bro, when you're at the gym, I mean, BJJ is one of those best things. When you're at the gym and you see someone, you're just like, man, I can fuck this fool up.
Yeah, and
then they whoop you, they choke you out in 45 seconds. You're like, humbles you. Whoa, this is different. Yeah. It is so different.
Yeah.
But if you're willing to learn and you're being like, okay, why would I be good at something I've never done before?
Right, of course, yeah.
Like, okay, I'm going to learn this trait. I can learn these skills.
Yeah.
And I could do that. Like, bro, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very interesting.
No, it's very, very.
The psychology of this whole thing is very interesting.
No, I love it. I told you, bro.
What I'm probably most interested in this whole thing is just the psychology of it, what made him just trip out.
Yeah.
Like there's that. Did you hear about that new school shooter that just killed? Like went to a Christian school in Minneapolis.
Was it a church?
Who died? Or a church?
Yeah.
17 dead or 17
he had
hurt.
like a manifesto or some shit. Yeah. I just saw it. Yeah, I didn't see much. I literally like scrolling.
I read some of the manifesto and it's pretty dark, bro. He's super racist, saying all this crap. I mean, he's going hard. It's a very interesting
psychopath
manifesto.
Or socio,
bro.
Psychosocio. Yeah. Psychosocio. Yeah,
he's the combo again.
Damn, man.
But yeah, I mean, killed 2 kids.
Oh my god.
Like 8 and 10, I think. Like,
oh my gosh.
Super youngsters. 17 other people.
What ended up happening? Like, did he get clipped?
Yeah, he either killed himself. I'm not sure. I haven't really watched too much of the story, but
they always
but it was just sad, man. People are just crazy. But the manifesto is nuts. And people are, you know, again, the left's just sitting there. Oh, we need to take the guns away. This isn't a gun issue.
No, bro, it's not.
This is a mental health issue.
Yes. Yeah.
This is a person that is constantly he started doing a bunch of research on other school shooters.
Yeah.
You know, making heroes of them. You know, this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And
I would be fascinated to know what that guy's backstory is. Like what trauma. Again, I always think it comes back to some type of like childhood trauma, bro. Yeah. It always
does.
It like evolves into something more down the line.
He was trans too, which, you know, bro, I saw a thing the other day. It was like, man, these trans shooters, the list is getting deep. And that alone shows a mental disorder right there. So it's like, you know, what are we looking at? Like there's a mental disorder right there that we're just choosing to ignore and pretend like it's normal.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, I just find it very frustrating, man, because I even deal with it on Hinge. Like some of these,
you've seen, you've had some,
bro.
What is happening here,
dude? And you know what's funny is, when I first got on Hinge years ago, like this little segue to Hinge, I would just be confident that I'm like, women.
Of course.
Woman. Now,
in the woman category.
Now I have to be thorough.
Right.
and look and scroll before I
They have
look
like
at
a
the
bikini
first
picture.
Yeah. And no, not even that. I have to look at the bar where it says like, oh, their age, what they are, if they're a woman or trans. And I've seen a couple where they put woman and then you scroll a little further down and then it's like a secret about me. And it's like, I'm trans. And it's just like, come on, bro. Like you can't put woman and then say this down the road. Like you're trying to like trip people up. You know what I mean? So it's, dude, it's bad, man. It is just not the same world I remember.
It's super wild.
It's so different. And especially because I told you, bro, like I was off the grid in the most literal sense for 7 years. Yeah. So it's like I'm comparing life from
pre and at post.
From when I was born to that point.
Yeah.
It's like I knew life, women, society
was
all this way.
Yeah.
And then now it's like it was like I was in a bunker.
Yeah.
And I coming out and I'm just like, what the fuck happened? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like literally like that.
Yeah.
Literally like that.
I mean, honestly, COVID felt like a switch flipped.
It did.
In the whole world.
Dude, no. You know what? It all started when Kobe died. It all started when I'm telling you, man, once Kobe Bean Bryant died, it was the harbinger to everything popping off because he died in January. March, COVID hit.
Okay, yeah. So 2020, basically.
2020. Yeah. 2020 was the start. This decade is going to be shit for us. I'm just scared. I am praying.
I mean, it might have even been.
Because what happened before Kobe died? I don't know. There was
one big thing. Maybe the biggest thing.
Trump
got elected.
So you think that was the start of it?
I mean, kind of. I mean, from the moment he got elected, Hillary was supposed to win 99% to 1%. And then Trump takes it. And from that moment on, it's like all the impeachments. I mean, basically people's brains broke. And then coincidentally, his last year, like some catastrophic world event happens that, you know, bro, and everything I'm reading and hearing, I hear 2028 is going to be a 2020 again. On some level, there is.
What do you think?
It is going to be the last year of his presidency, and there is going to be in another event. I don't know, but that's what everybody.
I think that's when the Civil War is going to pop off. You don't know what I think it's going to be? I think he's going to try to stay in office somehow, and either I just don't see
when you say Civil War, who is fighting?
The left versus
who is this?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, could you imagine? Like what?
I mean, are there going to be actually cops?
You know what I mean?
Is there enough cops, and is there enough?
Have you seen that movie Civil War?
I haven't. No, I can't watch these movies.
You should, bro, because I'm telling you, they are all priming us.
I know. I agree.
They're priming us.
I know. I agree.
And in that movie, it was like the state of Texas that broke off from the U.S., if I remember correctly, and they had a militia army that was going against, like, trying to eliminate the president, pretty much, and they conquered. And they did, like, they attacked Washington. They like had their own little flag or whatever. It was crazy, bro, because it's quite possibly something that could very much so happen. I hate to even like speak it into existence, but I'm telling you, man, everything that these movies have shown us before, everything. Literally everything. Freaking Skynet, Purge,
AI, the Purge, bro.
Oh my
The Purge feels like it could.
That is the one. That's the one I can't. Like, please God, please.
It
God, please
looks like it could easily happen. Be like, look, 24 hours a day, 24 hours.
Yeah.
Hey, do your thing.
Damn.
Well, because just imagine if they don't even need to say 24 hours. They just need to say, bro, there's cities all over America right now. During the riots of 2020, there was no cops going around to shit.
Yeah.
People were just doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like, there was nobody coming to save you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was.
But you know what? I think it's, now that I'm realizing, because of the manipulation that Hollywood does, they make it seem like it would be like a Republican Party that would do something like that. But it's freaking Democrats, dude. They're the ones that would do something like that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it is. Yeah. I'm almost positive. Yeah. Yeah. Because, like I'm saying, like in those movies, they like when you see those 4 people that are like running it, they're usually wearing like red ties.
Oh no, but that's the Hollywood. They're always that's the sickness of it.
Yeah,
they're demonizing the white Christian male constantly.
Yeah,
I mean that is the devil in all of these.
Oh, for sure,
in all of these movies,
the
right?
white devil. Yeah,
and then they want to make it seem like all these other ethnicities are these like just basically innocent victims of this greedy corporate, American white guy, right? Yeah. Which is this even Christian white guy, making it seem like Christians want to like wipe out. Right. We hate trans. We hate this. We hate. When in reality, as Christians, we don't hate any of these.
No, we hate the sin, not the sin.
We don't. I don't hate any of these people. I want them to come to God. I want them to. I want nothing but good things to happen to all of these people.
Yeah.
And I think most Christians feel that way.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I don't feel like that at all.
Yeah.
And so, with what's happening right now, it's again what you said is priming us.
Yeah.
And they want to create the devil in these people who are actually trying to do well.
Right.
And they're using these fake virtues. Yeah. And like I care about you name the virtue. BLM, I care about trans movement, the LGBT movement, I care about the Palestine people, I care about these people. But in doing that, I hate these other people. And not realizing like these other people don't hate any of these people.
Yeah.
But the hate is going to create them to do something evil.
Yeah.
Where these other people who, like I would say the Christians as a whole, don't hate any of these other groups. So that since you don't hate, you're not going to do malicious things to these people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
The malicious intent isn't there. Yeah. But when you create all this hate, that malicious intent is there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's brutal,
dude.
But they are priming. I totally agree.
There's 2 videos that I saw recently that I was just like, wow, bro. It just is just wild. One was this chick. She's going into a bar. She's wearing a MAGA hat. And the 2 barkeeps, it's like a dive bar, but it's like one of those dive bars, like super niche demographic. Okay. And the bartender's like out, and she's just like literally just walked in. She's like, I don't understand. What did I do?
Right.
She's like, we don't accept your kind here. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like a white blonde chick too. Right. It's like my kind. Like I have a pass everywhere, you know. And she grabs a bat and she like puts it on the table, and she's like, get out. And she's like, is it because I'm wearing a MAGA hat? And she's like, yeah, get out.
Right.
But it's just like that level of like grab, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the second one I saw was this like protest, and I think it was about consent, and it was like all the transgender and all this stuff. And this older lady, like she's the chick that was doing the interview. She was like a middle-aged, like you can tell she was like a Christian Republican. And this older lady like walks over and she's like, your God raped Mary.
Jeez.
She didn't give consent. And I was just like, oh my God, bro, this is wild, dog. These people are bonkers.
Yes.
There
was also so many stories of like people. There was great stories where they would take somebody and they would say, okay, from the other side, like, so there's a protest, right? A Democrat protest and a Republican protest. Yeah. What you name the subject, but both, whatever this protest, Trump, anti-Trump, or whatever. And they would take somebody, they would take even a black guy, right? And they would take this black guy and they say, okay, why don't you, and who is a Democrat, and they say, hey, come over to the Republican side.
Oh, I saw that.
And see what it's like. You tell us we're all racist, we're all hateful, all this other stuff.
Everyone's so nice to him.
You go over there and the guy goes, hey, he's a Democrat, and they're like, we don't care.
Yeah, come on
over. We love you. What are you doing? Yeah. Why are you that? Well, I don't think you should be that.
Yeah.
Like, why are you that? What are you doing over here?
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to feel this experience? Well, come on. Like, we'd love to have you over here. Yeah. Blah, blah. Then that same girl, she was a white blonde girl, goes back over there with that same guy to that side, wearing the MAGA hat and doing all this stuff. And then they just
onslaught.
Fuck you, get out of here, you a monster. Just again, back to just massive hate.
Yeah.
And But again, all claiming that this side's hateful.
That's the hypocrisy that kills me, bro.
It's insanity.
That's what enrages me.
Yeah.
Is like, you guys promote equality. We love all types, all kinds. And I'm just like, how can you say that? And then because I've always been on the premise of like, I just respect everyone's opinion. Even if you disagree with me, that's cool.
Yeah, almost like love and let live. Like, or live and let live. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm also under the logic of like, yo, if I did want to influence someone to like be like, I don't know, what's a good word for it? Enlightened by what my views are, right? Do I really think the most effective path is by yelling, confronting them like that?
Yeah. No,
like, and if your goal is to have your side be the more predominant one, you're doing a very idiotic job of it, in my opinion. That's why I just can't stand it. When they act like that, I'm just like, low-key, I'll never stoop to that level. You know what I mean? Because I'm just better than that. Yeah. And we are better than that. No. But it's just like, sometimes I'm just like, low-key, I just want to, though, just to be like, I want to go Raja on it.
Yeah, but that's the point. And that's the point that we can't be hypocrites.
We cannot. Yeah.
We have to continue to do,
for sure,
because that's how people are going to come to our side.
Yeah, hopefully.
The second we do that, we legitimize everything they're saying.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And we're too smart for that.
We're too smart. We'd almost be playing into their hands.
Yeah.
Because most of these people, it's sadly, they're the uneducated.
For sure.
And they're the people who, you know, they are propagandized.
Yeah,
they're all falling for
sheep.
it. So they're using these people as sheep, right?
Yes, yeah.
And so there are people who want the fall of the West.
Yeah,
and they're using these people to create that fall.
Yeah.
But one thing I think is this next generation of
I hope so, bro,
are the most conservative generation since like the greatest generation.
I know you said that before, but I'm really nervous about it.
But they are saying that I read another thing, that it's the boys that are that. The girls have completely lost the handle.
Because they're all going to become OF chicks.
They have all become like, I don't need a man. I don't need any of this stuff.
Let me tell you, it's not that generation. It's the older generation too.
No, I know, but it's the ones that's raising
every
those
single
girls.
one I've met on Hinge so far is the same thing. They are just psychotic, literally sociopaths.
Have you met anybody who says like you're privileged because you're a man, or any of these type of things?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did eventually with the rate it's been going.
Right.
It's no, dude, it's again, like I said, like bunker effect. I've been out the game for so long and now I'm back in it, and it's just like, what is this? Like, what is this? No.
What are you noticing when you say like these girls are crazy? Like, what are you noticing that is crazy? Are you noticing that they want, like, what give me a story of someone who's doing this.
Oh yeah, I would love to give this story. Actually, I matched with, this one's recent actually.
Okay.
Like a couple weeks ago, maybe, or 2 weeks ago or something like that. We matched. I do my thing as far as like starting the conversation. We end up exchanging information. We hop on a FaceTime call. Okay. Typically, I don't know about you, but if you're going to have a FaceTime call with somebody that you've never met before, you've never spoken to really on the phone like that, it either can go really well or it can go really bad, or you would cut the conversation short. We spoke for almost like 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So the conversation went really well.
It's well. Yeah.
Exactly. 100%. So well that I even asked that person, I was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate this call between you and I? She's like 11 out of 10. I was like, oh, damn. Cool. I'll take that. 11 out of 10 is good. She's like, I'm super comfortable with you. Keep in mind the details I'm about to state.
Okay.
I'm super comfortable with you. I just feel like I can talk to you and tell you anything. And you're not boring. You're keeping me intrigued.
Okay.
I was like, okay, dope. Like, pat on the back, Bashoy. You still got it.
Right.
Let's keep it up, big dog. End the call. She's like, this person works an hour away from her home. Okay. She works out near her job because it's just more convenient.
Yeah.
When I contacted her, she just had finished her workout and she was getting ready to drive back home. Right. And when I started talking to her, it was daylight. And by the end of the conversation, it was pitch black darkness.
Right.
And they even said, and I was like getting to the point where I was like, oh man, maybe they like the conversation, but I feel bad. They're like, dude, I'm trying to go home, you know? So I was just like, hey, I don't want to keep you, like, do your thing. She's like, I actually don't want to get off the phone with you. Okay, genuinely. Like, I want to stay on. I was like, oh, this is great. Like 11 out of 10. I'm comfortable. I don't want to get off the phone. These are all good signs.
Right.
We end up hanging out spontaneously. It was after
in person.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next day.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
We planned a date.
Right.
But the day before that, so like just hypothetically, say we planned to go out on a Friday. Thursday, I ended up getting on the phone with her and
what's up? Why can't we go out today?
Hey, no, not even that. I was just like joking around like, hey, I'm nearby. Like, oh, what if I came over? And she was, yeah, come right now. I want to see you. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Go. We have a date. Spontaneous one, but we have a date. Well, goes really well.
You go to her house or you go somewhere?
I picked her up and we went to go eat.
Okay.
Yeah. So we went, ate. Everything went well. Conversation went well. When we got back to her house, we spent like an hour and a half in the car just talking. And I even hit her with the question again. How would you rate this experience? 10 out of 10. Wow. Okay. We're doing well. We went down one mark, but it's okay. We'll take it. We'll still take 10 out of 10 perfection.
That is weird though. That is weird. Right, like an 11 and then the next time
I think it's because
this was only a 10.
No, I'll tell you why though. I know why she did that. Because when she asked me first, and I was like, oh, I'll give it a 6 out of 7. Yeah. Or 6 out of 10. And then I was like, what about you? She's like 10 out of 10. I was like, oh, okay. I was joking on mine, but okay, cool. Right. So anyways, that exchange happens, right? I'm like, all right, cool. Like, this is good. I think this is good. We end that night. Next morning, I had texted her like at the night prior, like good night, blah blah. I made it home, whatever. Next morning, she's responding. She didn't respond back to my late night text because she probably fell asleep. Next morning, she texts me. Guess what she texts me, Tim? Good morning. This is all coming at me too fast and it's making me uncomfortable. You just said on the FaceTime date that you were super duper comfortable with me. You felt like you can tell me anything. You gave me 11 out of 10. Yeah. Then you agreed to the date. We go on the date. Everything goes great. We had great conversation, great time with another. You rate it 10 out of 10. And then the next morning, you're telling me that you're uncomfortable with how well things are going.
Right.
And it's happening too fast. Okay, it's happening too fast is one thing. But
okay, go on. So what happened from there?
So I respond back and I'm like, pretty much like, what did I say that first message? I said something unique in the first message. I think I was just like, you. No, I said, what did I say? I said, okay, so I was like, oh, so should I go fly a kite? Like, I don't understand what's going on here. Right. Because I thought she was being sarcastic or something. Yeah, you don't know. And then, because we do have like that jokey kind of banter. So then I was like, after that, I was like, hey, listen, one, I understand, like if it's happening all too fast. I was like, because I had mentioned something the night before, but it was playful, and it was very obvious that I was being sarcastic about it and like jokingly. So I referenced that. I was like, hey, I'm joking, obviously, like it's not that serious.
Right.
I was like, I can understand why you may have misread it or something, but like I'm just messing around. Like it's not that serious. You know what I mean? No response.
And since then, nothing?
What's crazy is she actually texted me this morning. Because this is what happened. She didn't respond for that from that message, right? So some hours went by and I was like, you know what, man? Like, I know the move here is to not respond at all. Right. Yeah. But I was just like, I don't really care. And low key, like I was kind of just like irritated with the situation. Yeah. So I sent her a voice note and I was like, hey, listen, if you're like not into it anymore, by all means, it's cool. Like no big deal. Yeah. I'm not tripping on that. But I also just would like to say things went so well with us that you gave it an 11 out of 10 and then a 10 out of 10. And you were telling me all these things. I was like, if you're fearful because you've never dated like a man like me or met a guy like me, don't risk, like, don't rob yourself of a good thing and rob me of a good thing by not letting it even see where it goes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like you're obviously on the app for a reason, things like you're looking for something, you know what I mean? And it's like, at least from what I remember, she put like, oh, I'm looking for like a relationship, like a partnership.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe that's all bullshit. Maybe this, what I'm starting to realize is some of these girls are on this app for just straight attention. They just like having their ego fed with all these guys DMing them, hey, you're hot, blah, 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 this and that. And then some of these girls are just, I mean, actually, she's not the only one. Like I've had like 4 other that same thing. Like it was, you're so great, this or that, but you're just not the best match for me. Or, this is like all too quick for me. Or, some of them I'm just like, I just wasn't into it after meeting them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. It's very interesting though. Very, very interesting.
It sounds to me like that would typically be like she's got somebody else.
That's exact. You know, what's funny? You say that.
And then they're like, okay, I got to break it off with this guy because I'm talking to somebody.
And you know what? She mentioned a situationship that she was in, but she didn't clarify like when it ended or if it's even ended. So that's what I think it was too. Was that 100%. She just had another guy, or maybe that's another thing. Like these girls are just going on here just to see what's out there, but maybe they got something lingering. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, every girl always had something lingering.
Yeah.
There's always guys interested.
The girls that I'm like clicking on, they're too hot to not be having like guys.
So they always have something lingering. So, it's one of those things, but yeah, bro, even with the response, I wouldn't respond.
Yeah.
Discipline yourself.
Yeah.
To even though you don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Even bother. Yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah.
That will be.
Oh no, I for sure wouldn't. I'm not going to respond again after.
That. I mean, I remember doing that same thing.
Yeah.
And I really remembered feeling like a chump.
Yeah.
For sure. Even after I sent it, I'm like, I don't care. Yeah. I'm gonna send this last message just to say my little point. And then you send it and they don't respond to that either.
Yeah. You're just like,
you're kind of like. Yeah, I really look like a chump right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't care, but I'm going to write something.
But one more
care. Yeah. So just disciplining yourself.
But I do want to mention one more thing. Just separate girl. This one really took the cake. But no ill will against this girl because she's probably going to see it. But I just had a very interesting conversation with her. And it's just like, it kind of reinstilled something in me that I realized I'm like, the hot ones, you're going to have to lower your standards, Bishoy. You're going to have to lower your standards, dude. Because the baddies that I pursue normally, it's just not going to work. This one was one that it low-key kind of blew my mind. I get on a FaceTime call with this girl, okay? Great girl, very sweet. Like, again, I know she's probably going to see this. I don't want to like any ill will towards her, but I just could not. I was very shocked by the things that she said. And she was kind of giving me a little background because she's in her 30s. I'm in my 30s. I asked her like, hey, are you ready to date? And because she had mentioned she just got out of a very long relationship, X amount of years, like, definitely more than 5, we'll say. I don't want to give any like details away, but more than 5 years. And I asked that person, hey, are you ready to date? And they were like, yeah, I am. I did date that person for more than 5+ years. I just got out of something recent that was like only 5 months long. But to be honest with you, I'm having a hard time getting over this person, not the 5+ year one, which kind of like intrigued me. I was like, that's interesting because, typically a longer period of time, it's like that guy that was 5 months is like the rebound. And then I proceeded to ask her, I was like, okay, what was the dynamic? And then as one would assume, the guy was rich, successful, good looking, hot guy, white tatted, you know what I mean? Like the cliche hottie, right? Like another version of Tim, to be honest. And she tells me that, this person checked all their boxes, right? So I end up asking her a question. I'm like, okay, so it seems like the boxes that you want checked are like super attractive, in shape, very successful monetarily. And this person actually happened to want the person to have kids prior. Just because I guess either she didn't want to put her body through that, or maybe she was like, I'm unsure of wanting to have kids like myself. So this person checked all those boxes. And then I asked her, I was like, out of curiosity, like, are you are you one of those women that wants to like work, or do you want to stay home? And she's like, I prefer to stay home. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. Like, so you're like, your mindset is like, you want to raise the kids. You're like going to cook, clean. You're going to like really hold the house down.
Yeah, hold the fort down, right?
As soon as I said, do you like cook? Do you clean?
Right.
You're in the doghouse. Wait, I hate when guys ask that. I don't understand. What's the problem? You want this man to do all these things. You want him to be rich. You want him to be hot. You want him to have abs. And you also want him to have kids prior. So he has to have all these things and bring all this value to the relationship. But you can't like microwave some Chef Boyardee. She's like, I am the value.
Yeah.
I am the table.
Yeah.
These girls out here, they can't carry conversation like me. I'm just like,
you don't grow much.
So you just because you can carry a conversation and you're attractive, which what's crazy is this person even mentioned there are pretty girls a dime a dozen.
100%. Yeah.
You can skip a rock in LA and you're gonna hit 12 of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So with that logic being and with her saying that, I wanted to say like, wait, so you're saying like there's a million girls that could replace you because looks are a dime a dozen.
Right.
So what separates you from those girls?
Right.
What value do you bring? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just to hear that, I was just like, fuck, Bishoy, you're not going to get a baddie because I'm not white. I'm not super ripped. I'm not a millionaire.
Even if that, whatever ideal person that she finds, that's still, she doesn't understand that that's not going to be who she really wants. It doesn't really matter because you can't just check off boxes. The individual is more than that, those boxes to be checked off. He's still going to have a bad day. He's still going to be a person who has this trauma. He's still going to have, whatever life issue that person has.
Yeah.
And he's not always going to be this hot rich guy. You know what I mean? He's going to have,
just like the girls aren't going to be this hot,
of course not.
Baddie.
So he's going to have these ups and downs of life.
Yeah.
And so that's not the reality of life. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for her to just be like, he's got to have all these things.
Yeah.
She's just a materialistic type of girl. Right.
Yeah.
She's not looking at him as a soul, a person
it's the idea of him.
Teach her, who could take care of her, who could protect her, all these things. Yeah, it's the idea of him, right? It's not him at all. That she's actually liking. And the same thing with her, a guy who likes a girl like that, just like a baddie. Like if you're looking for a quote unquote baddie, she doesn't even give herself value. Yeah, she's not even understanding. Like, well, you could be a man's peace. Yeah, you could be a man's comfort when he gets home. You could be a man who is, you could be all these other things other than a materialistic, because a relationship at some point, the initial relationship, you always want to be attracted to your partner. Right. But at the same time, after a while,
that fades, bro.
It's not about the attraction anymore. It's about the bond that you have with the individual. It's about the substance of the relationship, right? Yeah. And that girl has clearly no substance to her. And so she's, no matter who she gets with, she's going to struggle with. Yeah. And no wonder why that guy doesn't care. And she's just looking out or have her list who could check off all these boxes. No one's going to sign up for this.
And you know what, dude, what kind of shook me too and surprised me was like, she was aware of the reality, because I told her this. I was like, hey, could I be real with you? And she was like, yeah, go for it. I was like, because she had mentioned something that the dynamic changed at the end. And that's why they like split, right? And the dynamic changed for a specific reason. And I told her, I was like, that happened because he got what he wanted. Like, he got what he wanted, which was to slide home. And after that, it's like, there's no longer any intrigue there because the hunt is over. As like males, I do believe like, we enjoy the hunt, as like hunters, and, obviously like I enjoy it. Like, I like knowing that I was able to pull a chick, you know what I mean? Like I had to put my game in and do all these things. Right. And I told her, I was like, that's why he changed, because her thing was like, he had told her one thing in the beginning of the relationship And then towards the end, he was like going back on that thing that he
Right.
promised her or was like willing to do. Right. Again, I don't want to give details just because in case someone watches, you know what I mean? So I told her, I was like, straight up. And she's like, yeah, she's like, I know. I'm like, so why then? Why do you guys act so surprised if you guys are socially aware of this? Because I hate when girls try to play this stupid role. Like, I didn't know he's just a friend. I didn't know he wanted to me.
Yeah, right.
Bro, come on. Like, are you, so either women are that oblivious or they know they just enjoy what comes with that.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So, but it's just like, I'd rather them just be straight up about it. It's like, yeah, no, I know. But I was pursuing what I wanted out of it too. It's like, I would respect that. If a woman, like say I was a millionaire and I had all these things, right? Whatever. And a baddie came up to me and was like, hey, listen, you're handsome. I'd mess with you. And I know you think I'm bad. Let's just have an even exchange. Oh wait, I forgot. Those are called hookers.
Yeah, but again, you're looking at you're looking at her like she's gonna have a logical mind. She has an emotional mind. You have a logical mind.
Yeah.
And so things don't make sense to you, which makes sense to them.
No, that's true. That's true.
And
I
so
guess.
that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
But the females have, for whatever reason, bought into this feminism that they are the prize.
Exactly.
They are. Just them existing is the prize.
Yeah.
And that's why there's all this red pill content out there.
Yeah.
There's all these things. That's why people are, not getting married. That's why women are, women cause most of the divorce rates.
Yeah.
Women out there, the problem is it's weak men.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
It's because women out there are putting themselves out there. They have so many options.
Yeah.
They get one top tier dude.
Yeah.
And they think that that's what they deserve now.
Right.
They go get some guy who just smashes them, leaves them.
Yeah.
But since they got smashed by that guy, they feel like that's the quality of guy.
Yes.
They got the NFL player.
Right.
Who smashes 100, girls in a season.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, all those girls think now they have to be with an NFL player.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then so when average Joe comes by, who she should be with.
Right.
That person's not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And that person's always looked down on.
Mm-hmm.
That person, she feels she's better than because she has had this quote unquote, this high value man.
Yeah,
he's
exactly,
the pinnacle of his career and he took time to go be with you.
Yeah.
And you feel like, you should be with
oh,
this.
that's all I get.
So it destroys these girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These guys are destroying these girls.
And then I think what happens too is they have this mindset, right? And then eventually when they realize, oh shit, I'm not going to pull me a high baller dude kind of guy, right? My looks maybe are fading a little bit or whatever may be the case. Yeah. That's when you see these like somewhat baddies, or maybe they're still bad to like guys like us and maybe not these like big celebrities, but that's when you see them with the fat, bald accountant who can just provide a stable life, and he's just like gung-ho because he's like, oh my God, I pulled a baddie. You know what I mean?
And she treats him like shit.
Yeah.
And she does whatever she wants.
Because he provides her with like the life, like a decent life, just like a subpar life.
He gives her a sense of security is what he does.
Yeah. And he's the safe bet. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Like, he's not going to cheat on her because he like worships her.
Yeah,
you know
but
what
she cheats on him.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what ends up happening.
Yeah, it is. And that's what's sad about the whole situation, about all of this feminism crap. Yeah. Instead of finding a man and holding a standard of like, look, you might check all these boxes.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to give myself to you because you don't check the box of like longevity. You don't check, you're just going to use me and leave me.
Yeah.
I don't understand why women want to be used and left and used and abused.
Yeah.
But there's something about them that it's attracted. They want to find this. And now with social media, they feel like they have access to all these men.
Yeah.
If you post a picture of your butt out there, and all of a sudden you get these guys that would never look at you otherwise.
Yeah.
But they're looking at you because they're in town.
Yeah.
You're available right now,
right?
And they're going to have you come over. They want nothing to do with you other than this moment.
Yeah.
And you all of a sudden think that you're this special girl.
Right.
And you're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you're going to be treating everyone in your life bad because you want to put yourself on this pedestal now because you got this.
Yeah.
This special dude, quote unquote.
Yeah.
When he didn't give you nothing.
Yeah. No, straight up.
He didn't give you nothing.
Yeah.
You gave something, the most important thing you have. Which is your sexuality,
to
this guy who his sexuality means nothing to him.
Yeah.
You just gave your most important thing to someone who gives no shits about it.
Yeah.
And you just gave your value away for nothing.
For nothing.
And now you want to, and then when you get a guy who you like, you want to hold that back, or you don't give that value to that individual. It's, bro, this is all talked about in all the red pill community.
No, yeah.
But you have to be aware of these girls and just stay away from them.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was just like, again, not, like no ill will towards that chick, but you know,
But she's looking for that. She's looking for
100%.
She thinks that guy. She thinks she should get guys like that.
Yeah,
and she's not going to be able to.
Yeah, and this is what this is what makes me feel like I'm just like, because my dumb ass is like, I do have high standards when it comes to looks, bro. And it's just like, I cannot get myself to fucking dumb it down. You know what I mean? Like, I'm used to a certain type of looking girl. That's what I've been exposed to through my 20s. You know what I mean? At least to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and like, it's one of those things, like, you're attracted to what you're attracted to.
No,
you know
agreed. Yeah.
And I am attracted to a certain type of girl, but these girls are bad for me, bro. Like, they are not anything.
Yeah, but that's still, like, again, there's tons of pretty girls out there who don't really recognize they're pretty.
Yeah.
And that's the best kind.
The
best kind is a girl who doesn't know how pretty she really is.
I need one of those chicks that, like, grew up fat, lost weight, got hot. She doesn't know, like, she's not used to being pretty. You know what I mean? Yeah. That has a good personality, man. You know what I mean? Like, personality is everything. And I want a funny one for sure. This is why you know what I mean? Like, with one of my past ones, like, that's why I was like, man, I effed up, because that was the only one I've ever dated. And I've dated a lot, but that was the only girl I've come across that, like, truly made me laugh. Truly, like, we like truly bonded during that time. And I was just like, man, I haven't met anyone remotely close to that since. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm sure. I mean, I'm not like stuck. It's more so like the idea of that, you know, it's not like, so to speak, that I'm like, oh, I miss this person. It's just like, man, I miss that. Like, I miss having that, where it was just like, oh, I can banter with her. You know what I mean? Like, I want it in someone new. It's just sparse out here, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I can always say is just fuck them and work on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Work on you and she'll come.
Yeah. No, it's true.
The more and more you work on you, the more and more you'll realize, like, the baddie is, there's lots of them.
Yeah, there are.
You know, like, and there's plenty of actually good girls. But if you are thirsty and you are a person, you find what you are. I promise you.
No, so you're right. If
you continue you're going to continue to find these girls that are just as shallow as you.
Yeah.
If all you're looking at them as shallow, they're going to be, you're going to find all these girls are just as shallow.
Yeah. But it's hard. I don't think
it's super hard. I agree. I don't,
you know what I mean? Like, it's not so much that, of course, I'm probably shallow to a degree, but it's like, again, being on these dating apps, I'm only seeing images. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing anything, like, I'm not seeing the content of their character.
Of course.
I'm just seeing their face and their bodies and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, well, based on that alone, if that is my gauge to be able to, like, inquire, I like this one. I don't really like that one. I really like this one. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And then it's like,
and that's a good thing, because you can get that looks part out of the way.
Right.
Okay. If you guys match, you could just immediately be like, okay, we don't need to really fuck with the looks thing anymore. I don't need to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
Now, are you a good person or not?
Right.
Wean that out right away.
Yeah.
And if you hear these red flags, like, oh, I want a 6'4", I want to, X this, I want to be rich, I want to drive this, I want to fly this, I want to, all of a sudden you're like, okay, that's not the girl.
Yeah.
And why waste any more time on it?
Yeah. No.
Like, why waste another 20 minutes on it?
Yeah.
Oh, just go back to being like, look. Yeah. All right, I'm good.
Yeah.
Block, done.
Yeah.
Go back to the gym.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, my mindset now is just like, I think I'm gonna probably pull back from all of it, and just, again, like you said, and this is something that I've already thought to myself too, is just like, Bishoy,
like, how much time are you wasting in a day? You know,
that's what I'm saying.
I remember I wasted a massive amount of time, and it was a life lesson. But now when I look back, I'm like, when I was going through it, I felt like, man, this is fun. Or this girl's cool, or this girl's cool, or this girl's cool. And then, like 4 conversations later, it's like, this girl's not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You really realize it real quick. But then by then you're already talking to 4 other girls.
Yeah.
And because I wasn't taking anybody serious, nobody's taking me serious, all these things, right?
Yeah.
And so, I just think you need to just take a step back, work on you, continue to work on you.
Yeah.
No,
for sure.
The right girl will just come.
Yeah, that's what I'm just like, I think I was just like, especially with like my transformation and stuff, I was just kind of like excited to get back out there.
Oh, bro, I can imagine.
But at the same time, it's just like, I realize now, I'm just like, I don't feel like I'm going to find who God intended for me through this way.
Yeah.
Maybe, but not like with my mindset being what it is right now. Like maybe I'm like focused on it because I'm excited about it.
Yes.
I need to, whenever I've always looked for a girl, it's never happened. It was always when I wasn't expecting it that it's happened. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna let God deal with it, man, and go from there. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and wrap. And super exciting news. We have a very special guest coming in next week.
Yes, we are.
It's gonna be a big one, pun intended, and you'll see what I'm talking about when you see it.
Yes, sir.
But again, if you F with us, please like, subscribe, comment. We want to hear feedback from you guys. Till then, peace.